What's going on, everyone? This is Zach with Strictly Shisha, and I am back with another review of the new revamped Fantasia, the Formula series. You guys saw my last video of Fantasia Formula 1. You know that there's formulas 1 through 8, and they're all mystery flavors. I have no idea what they are, and they won't release any hints to me. So this has been a real test of my palate and see if I can really hone in on what's in this flavor. So today I'm doing a review of Fantasia Formula 2. If you guys want an in-depth, detailed review of the packaging, the cut, what it's all about, definitely check out that last video. But I really want to focus on the flavor on this one. So I'm smoking out of my Dashini Sniper using the Twizzler hose again. Smoking in a Goodfella bowl with 4 charcoal flare quarter circle coals on foil today. And I'm using 2 layers of standard definition foil. I just want to show you guys how this actually performs with foil. I use heat management devices a lot, but sometimes it's nice to go back to foil. It really brings me back to my roots of smoking. And you guys can see you can use the quarter circle coals on foil if you guys would like, and I really like this. This is actually performing extremely well. I feel like these cute little cubes that you just put on there, working really well. Let me take a few hits though. Oh, I love blowing these clouds. Alright, so let's get into the container itself. You guys know this is a plastic 250 gram container, very nice. The one thing I have noticed though, this screw-on lid, you can just over torque it, you can just keep going. That's the one thing I don't like about it, but that's really minor. That's just something I've noticed in the past few days. You get into it, the cut super consistent, light brown, choppy. It's got a lot of honey in it because it's quite sticky, but it's not overly juicy. A beautiful cut overall. I'm loving the cut on this. It's easy to pack. I fluffed this in the Goodfella bowl. Didn't even think about it. Just sprinkled it in there, put some foil on there, and it is ripping. And when you guys open it up and you take a big whiff of this Formula 2, super bright, strong smell from this. I think it's a mixture of 2 flavors. From the smell, I am getting a zesty, fresh orange, very tart orange. Good smelling orange. And in the background, from the smell, it was hard to distinguish, but there is something tart in here, almost like a berry of some sort. I couldn't distinguish it from the smell. And after smoking it, I now know that it's a cherry flavor, but the smell is very potent, very strong, and a beautiful marriage of flavors. And let's get into the translation. Can't even see me. But yes, it translates very interestingly. So I found that when I'm smoking with a heat management device, the flavors were more crisp, and I can really distinguish between the orange and the cherry. Both of those flavors individually impressed me immensely. The cherry in it, it wasn't that maraschino, overly sweet cherry. It was like a tart red cherry. The cherry in this is amazing. It's probably one of the best cherries I've ever had. The orange, it differs from the way it smells. The smell of the orange is more of a zesty, fresh orange. I get more of a creamy, sweet orange in this. And so when I smoke with a heat management device, you get a beautiful blend, a balanced flavor. You get the sweetness from the orange, you get the tartness from the cherry. The 2 flavors I've never had in combination together, orange and cherry. They're not my 2 favorite flavors, but together they actually work very well. They complement each other very well. But on foil today, it's a little bit different. The flavor's a little more muddled. You can't actually distinguish between the 2 flavors. You can't get the orange and then get the cherry. You're kind of getting one combined flavor. And that's not bad by any means. It's just different. You're almost just getting that orange, and it is a creamy orange with a little bit of a tart berry in the background. I wasn't actually able to distinguish the cherry when smoking it with foil. I only know it's cherry because I smoked 3 bowls today alone, and probably like 6 bowls before this. This has really tested my skills. But overall, I mean, it's a very interesting blend. I like their choices of flavors. It's very different from any other blend that I've had before. So, may not be something I personally choose to smoke, but I like that it's not overly sweet. I like the interesting combination. The cherry with the heat management device was amazing. I mean, I want to see what they can do with a standalone cherry. I think that would be quite impressive. And the orange with the creaminess of the orange, it's just, I wouldn't have even thought about that. So the new Fantasia series, very interesting. Like I said, I don't know if I'm 100% sold on this flavor, but I'm definitely impressed by what they're doing, and I'm happy with the performance. As you can see, the cloud output is amazing. It takes heat extremely well. You got 4 coals on here right now. Even though they're small, it's taking heat very well. It's not burning at all. I haven't burned any of this flavor at all, so I'm not worried about that. And in terms of how it holds up over time, the flavor duration, I noticed that the orange stays prominent throughout your session, and that tartness from the cherry actually dies down, and you just get this sweet, creamy orange in there, which is, I mean, just a little bit of tartness towards the end of the session. So it holds its flavor strength pretty well. I don't think this is gonna be a second round for me. I think I'm gonna enjoy it the first round and be done. I think once you get to the second round, you just lose too much of that flavor strength. But overall, definitely not bad. I'm very impressed by Fantasia. I mean, they're definitely making steps in the right direction, just like they did with the Formula 1. And I want to take this time to answer a question from Brandon. I know you asked me about the aviator stem in comparison to this Dashini sniper, and which one you should pick up and what's the differences. So real quick, since I didn't reply to you because I can't figure out where you sent that message, both of them are modern, simplistic, modular hookahs. Both of them have common chambers. I mean, you can screw them apart. And for me, they're very, very similar. If I had one, I don't need the other. I mean, they both have diffusers. The art hookah is a little quieter, but I like that you can actually take this diffuser off. The only reason I bought the aviator stem was to review for you guys. If I had this hookah, I probably wouldn't get the other one. I know you have 2 aviator stems yourself. If you're a collector, go for it. It's not a bad purchase at all. But for me, I don't need that many hookahs, even though I have too many. I just do it for you guys. So that is my review of the Fantasia Formula Series 2. Thank you guys as always for watching. I appreciate you guys. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys. Check out 5starhookah.com if you guys want to pick up some of this. And I'll see you guys on Formula 3. Bye guys.